This right here is my set of custom golf clubs I built with my grandfather, and today I'm going to teach you guys how to build golf clubs. But first, I gotta show you something. This indoor driving range in my grandpa's shop is designed specifically to keep golf balls in. But 3 times in history, somebody has gone through the net and in to the shop door. My grandfather's offered $100 if I can hit through the net. It appears my grandfather makes a better net than I do a golfer. Kinda don't think I'm gonna get my $100 out of this, but let's learn how to make a golf club.
There's only 3 parts to a golf club. And that's the head, the shaft, and a grip. And it's just a matter of assembling those in the proper position, and starting with knowing what shaft to put in a golf club. And knowing what shaft to put in the golf club is based upon the golfer's swing speed. That tells what flex is necessary to go in. Yeah, I think it was even greater.
130?
We take 10 swings with that, get a swing speed on each of those, and then take the average. And your average swing speed was 96 miles per hour, which is really nice in the stiff flex category. You're measuring your hand to put the right size grip on there. When you have a grip that is a proper exact size, then your fingers, when you grasp the club, your fingers don't come all the way around and touch each other. And it's based on the distance from here, from the crease in your wrist to the tip of your finger for one measurement. And if you have extra long fingers, then you take a second measurement just on your middle finger to see. And what determines the size then, if it isn't an absolute standard size, then we can add an extra wrap of tape underneath the grip to build it up slightly before we put the grip on. And so when we measured your hand, it was a men's standard, but also a little bit beyond, and it required 3 wraps of tape under there to make the perfect size grip for your hand. Spine lining is it's not rocket science by any means. What you're doing in spine lining is you're finding, even though it's a tubular shaft, you wouldn't think of it as having a spine. You would think it, perfectly round. However, what this started out being was a flat piece of metal, and it's rolled over a mandrel and then welded. So there is going to be a spine in this, where the seam is more than anything. And in a steel shaft, there's one spine and one neutral point, and they're usually 180 degrees away from each other. In a graphite shaft, if we did a graphite shaft, there's 2 spines. The manufacturers, most of them will not and do not do it just because of the extra expense and time involved. So if you're struggling with your club and you have 1 or 2 clubs out of the whole set that work really good, you can't figure out why the others don't work as well. It's usually because those 2 or 1 just happen to be in the right position when they put the logo on. Okay, this should snap into a neutral point too. Okay. when I pull this back, this head can literally flop wherever it wants to. And you take and you spine one and put the shaft in properly. It's forcing itself to square itself up at impact. And this is not normal for a conventional set of clubs. In putting it together, it's just a matter of mixing your epoxy, and it is a real good high PSI, very strong epoxy that is made specifically for golf clubs. You can use JB Weld or something in an emergency in that, but there are epoxies made specifically for clubs. And you mix your epoxy 50-50. You put a ferrule on, and a ferrule is the little black unit that kind of cosmetically ties the head to the shaft. You put epoxy on the shaft, you put epoxy in the head, and insert them, line your spine up. You can actually use masking tape for the buildup, but the last step, just before you're putting the grip on, you use the two-sided, because when you put a little bit of grip solvent on there, it makes it real slippery to slide on real easy, where masking tape wouldn't be slippery. And so it makes it easier to put the grip on. Like yourself, if you measured for three extra wraps plus a men's standard, that's what you put on. 3 wraps and the grip, and then you're ready to go.
So the last question I have then, how many more hits is it going to take me to get through the net?
More than I have time for, and a longer period than you have time for. You could be here, well, in fact, I might as well just start buying groceries, because you're going to be here a long time. I've had guys in here that have swing speeds of almost 150 miles an hour, and they can go and go and go and go, and they can't even begin to hit a ball through that net.
But 3 people have done it. Actually, 1 person has done it 3 times.
Yeah, but we can't figure that one out either, so.
Unfortunately, after a week and a half of trying, I was not able to get a ball through the net. But more than anything, it was just nice to have a really good visit with my grandfather, and next week we are right back to the adventures. But I hope you guys enjoyed learning a little bit about how custom golf clubs are made. Most of all, thanks for watching, everybody. As always, take nothing but pictures, leave nothing but footprints. I'll catch you on the next one.